Austin McGrath is living proof that choosing a healthy lifestyle can change your life. 10 days before McGrath's 21st birthday, he suffered an accident while training for a triathlon that almost cost him his life.
My mom wasn't a great swimmer, but I was a competitive swimmer for 13 years, so I told her that I would train her to kind of go through a bunch of swimming stuff. So I was actually swimming with her when that happened. And so I ran to the pool that day. My mom met me at the pool. I was swimming lengths. I was doing long distance kind of breath training, so I would swim in length without breathing and then swim in length without breathing, and so it was very taxing. And at the end of one of the lengths, I leaned up against the edge and just told the person beside me that I'm just going to take a break. So my mom was swimming in the lane beside me because I was swimming in the fast lane. She was swimming in the medium, and she noticed that I was leaning over, and she's like, "Is he all right?" She's like, "Oh no, he's just taking a breath." So she swam 2 more lengths, came back, and my face was just gray.
McGrath had suffered a heart attack and discovered he is affected by a genetic heart disorder. EMS called to the pool on the day of the accident had to give the young athlete 6 shocks through a defibrillator to achieve a normal heartbeat and put him in an induced coma before transferring him to a Calgary hospital.
I was in the hospital for 47 days. I was in a coma for 3.5 weeks. Going through the coma, I had lots of up and downs. At one point, I had 14 different drugs and 19 IVs in my body trying to fight everything that was wrong with me. I had a lung collapse, I had pneumonia, I had a fever. They started weaning me off all these drugs and started letting me fight it by myself. So I came out of the coma, and when they took the breathing tube out, they actually scratched my vocal cords, so I couldn't swallow anything, I couldn't speak. I was supposed to be in there for 6 months to a year or more with almost guarantees of brain damage, and within a week I was walking, within 2 weeks I was playing chess, and within 3.5 weeks I was released. So the hospital was just like, they've never seen someone come by that fast, and a lot of it was because of my physical condition, what I did for my body, eating healthy, being hydrated.
The Red Deer native could have suffered extensive brain damage, but a basic mechanism taught in first aid training was one of the biggest components that saved his life.
Less than 1% of survival for that cardiac arrest, and it was a CPR that saved me, because brain injury is almost guaranteed after 5 minutes of being down, and I was down for 15 minutes, so the CPR, continuous oxygen through the brain, even though my heart wasn't beating the whole time, it was still allowing oxygen to get through my system and get to the brain, and that's what saved me. And now I'm able to go to university still and pass with good grades. I'm able to do speeches. Like, I don't have many inhibitions. I have a couple still, but that's more heart related.
Only about a year after his accident, McGrath swam across the 7.5-kilometer Sylvan Lake as a comeback and form of therapy. The now 25-year-old's doctor was wary at the time, and so was his mother, who was there the day of the accident. McGrath swam across the lake successfully, and since then has wanted to share his message as an ambassador for the Heart and Stroke Foundation.
All the money that they raise for the Heart and Stroke Foundation really goes towards an actual good cause. It's, you always try to see people raising money, but you don't get to really see where the money's going to. So that's something that I really try to say, is that the money's actually going towards a really great thing. Like, it might not be the person that you're going to see, but that person is going to touch how many other people's lives. It's really helpful to be educated in certain things like the CPR, first aid, and just being conscious about the health things that can do for your heart, do for your body, and everything like that.
The student still has some limitations when training, like learning to pace himself, especially with an ICD in his chest, but McGrath says he'd rather take it slow than not be here today. For Go Southern Alberta, I'm Fallon Wagner.